Hello guys, how are you? My name is Renata. Welcome back to my channel where we're gonna learn by drinking. And on today's episode, we're gonna talk about how to describe aromas. Okay, so you might have heard me in my other videos talk about roses and figs and blackberries, but we haven't broken them down in the correct way. So we're gonna do it today. Okay, we have three types of aromas: primary, secondary, and tertiary. The primary aromas are the ones that are developed during the grape and alcoholic fermentation. Since it's the first process of the fermentation of wines, these aromas are going to focus on fruits and flowers. For example, for white wines, you're going to find tropical fruits, stone fruits, green fruits, and maybe some white flowers and yellow flowers. And for red wines, you're going to find red fruits, black fruits, and maybe some flowers like violets, for example, or fruits that are a little more intense like figs. These primary aromas, for example, if you find a young Pinot Noir, you're gonna find strawberry, like a floral bouquet. It's gonna explode in your nose like a floral bouquet. And these aromas are usually, not always, but usually found in young wines, okay? The second classification, secondary aromas. So we're gonna find them in the maduration process and also in the malolactic fermentation. We're gonna talk about this in another video, but it's basically a chemical process which you break down the malic acid and turn it into lactic acid, so the wine is not like affected with a high acidity. So these aromas are towards butter, yeast, maybe something biscuity, cheesy. You know, so for example, in Chardonnay, you find a lot of these aromas, like maybe some bread in your wine. And this is the malolactic fermentation is also mainly done in the white wines, but also in some red wines as the producer chooses to. And the tertiary aromas, which are my favorite, are the ones that are added or produced during the maduration period. For example, you're gonna find here mushrooms, truffle, leather, cigars, maybe some jams like fig jam or blackberry jam or amarena cherries. You know, so there are these complex and intense aromas that are made mainly in the maduration during contact with an oak barrel. There are a lot of different types of oak, and we're gonna talk about that in another video. I'm gonna explain you the influence that every type of oak has in the wine. But you're gonna develop all these new aromas, like for example, a lot of sweet spices like vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom. These aromas are developed in this final stage of fermentation and maduration for the wine. And they're usually, not always, as I said, because in wine there's always surprises, but they're usually found in older wines which have been resting and having a maturation process in an oak barrel. So there you have it, guys. Once you smell a wine, you're gonna try to break the aromas into these classifications, and it's gonna be easier for you to identify maybe if it's a younger wine, maybe if it's an older wine, maybe if you like tertiary aromas, if you prefer primary aromas. It's all about taste and what you like here in the wine world. So there's nothing like, oh, the primary aromas are only for young wines, and I don't like that. No, I mean, there are some wines that can have primary, secondary, and tertiary aromas, no? It's just that there are some wines that have more developed and a certain type of aromas, a certain classification, and other wines that doesn't. So there you go, guys. If you like this video, please share with your friends and subscribe to my channel, and see you next